Good morning, everybody. This morning we're going to do a review of one of my all-time favorite songs, Angels Rejoice. This was a song written by, I believe, the Louvin brothers, and most famously recorded, in my view, by one of my all-time favorite singers in the whole entire world, Nicolette Larson, on her, I believe her debut album, 1978's Nicolette. But actually, the first time that I heard this song was in another YouTube video, when she did it as a duet with another one of my heroes and one of my other favorite singers in the whole entire world, Anthony Crawford. Um, they did it at a gig, I believe in 1985, when Anthony was on tour with Nicolette. And the minute I heard it, I fell in love with the song. It's it it is one of those songs that you would need 20 boxes of Kleenex for, because it's a kind of a tearjerker, and it also puts me in mind of Will the Circle Be Unbroken, and then a couple and then I also heard it by Anthony and his wife. They have a duo called Sugarcane Jane, and they did it on during numerous Facebook Live performances during the pandemic, and I fell in love with it all over again. But it's just a fantastic number, and Nicolette had the perfect voice for it. She's one of those artists that can sing anything. I mean, she could sing rock, she could sing country, and like I said, she had the type of voice that would reduce you to tears. And to kind of fill out this review, I'm going to give you a little history of Nicolette. She got her start, some would say, as kind of a background singer for hire. Most famously, she had been singing with Neil Young for years. As a matter of fact, they briefly dated. She can be heard on Neil's albums Comes a Time, Unplugged, and American Stars and Bars, along with Linda Ronstadt, and all three of those albums are albums that we're gonna do videos on later on down the road. Um, so I'm sure we're gonna talk about Nicolette during those again. Um, and then she, along about, I believe, 1978, she released her first record, Nicolette, and perhaps her biggest hit was a song that Neil actually gave her, called Water Love, which he also recorded with Crazy Horse on Comes a Time. And here's a little piece of trivia. When Neil and the Horse were recording A Lot of Love, Billy Talbot, the bass player, made a couple mistakes, and when they were writing the charts so Nicolette could record the song, they left Billy's bass mistakes in. And then she released several records after that, and but perhaps her biggest hit, like I said, was A Lot of Love. She continued to write, or she continued to record with Neil. Her last appearance with Neil was on Harvest Moon and his Unplugged concert in 1993, along with Neil's sister Astrid on background vocals. And Nicolette sadly passed away in 1997, and she is sorely missed. And in 1998, a tribute concert featuring the likes of The Section, which her husband, Russ Kunkel, probably one of the greatest drummers that ever existed, was a part of, and some of the other artists that appeared on this tribute were Bonnie Raitt, Graham Nash, David Crosby, Lee Sklar, a bass player, Jimmy Buffett, Valerie Carter, Joe Walsh, and a whole host of others. And the proceeds from the two shows, because it was a 2-night event, went to charity, and it was actually released on record, and I think the proceeds from the release of the record may have went to charity too. I'm not sure. But I give Angels Rejoice about 5 stars, and I hope you enjoy it.